Championship week is here. Means the board is chaos, lines get weird, and this is where sharp bettors make money. Conference tournament, most dangerous board of the year, trap lines, bid stealers, teams playing for the season. If you're betting the board without checking a few of these lines first, you might be setting your bankroll on fire. Mikey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning. Championship week did not disappoint.
It did not. It did not. And there's more to come, for sure.
Yeah, we had some really good games yesterday. Good day to sit in front of a TV and do nothing all day except watch college basketball.
Yeah, I was up till like 2:30 in the morning watching the Hawaii game.
Oh, jeez. Did you get to see the end of that, the Aztecs and Utah's Aztecs in New Mexico game?
I did. I had the Hawaii game on the TV, and then I had my laptop with that game. So
yeah, I wanted to stay awake and watch that game because you just knew that was going to be a one possession game, just like it will be again tonight. But yeah, I didn't make it that late.
Yeah. I was fighting to stay up, but I made it. And then of course this morning, the fucking internet, the Eero decides to update, so RCN tried to fuck us here on this live stream.
Oh,
He was
jeez.
fucking spinning and updating for like 15 minutes. I'm like, this internet.
Nevertheless, we're here.
We are here. We are here, and a lot to get into today, so let's just get to it. This is what we got coming up. We'll go through the board. We'll go through the Power 5 conferences, semifinal games today, some final games tomorrow, some finals today. So we'll go through that, get you the key games there, the line moves, the best betting angles, and then we'll go through the buckets, bricks, bad beats, bark bets, our best plays of the day or of the weekend, and then we'll wrap it up with clown of the week here. Anything, Mike? As before we get into this, we'll go through ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Big East, SEC. Any games that jump out at you specific? And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be the Power 5. Anything jumping out at you today that you like or you have your eye on?
Yeah, quite a few actually. I think for one, I mean, if anybody wants to step out of the big conferences today, I like Harvard today, laying the small number 2.5. I like the Penn team. I like the coach. Fran's a good guy. He's a great coach. He goes from big school down to Penn and does well with that team. But
Yeah.
I think Harvard walks away with the 6 to 8 point win today.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's games throughout the whole card that I like. It's amazing what I think Mississippi has done. Coach Beard, he's built for tournaments. It's a shame though, because I think today it ends and it ends ugly.
I think so too. I mean, they lost 12 of the last 13 heading into the tournament. They haven't trailed for a second in this tournament. They're 3-0. First 15 seed ever to go this far in a conference tournament. What a run.
Yeah.
What a run.
I think you didn't see Arkansas's best game yesterday.
No.
Now that I think that they got a game underneath their feet, I think the best player in college basketball is back with his game legs back now after that game yesterday. I would expect you get an outstanding effort from them today, and I just don't think come the last 15 minutes of the game that you're going to have the legs that you need to beat a team like Arkansas after Mississippi's, taking everybody's best shot.
Yeah, and with Darius Acuff, right? Your first game back, you're tentative, right? So you didn't, he was probably trying to, favor a little bit. I mean, and you're right, you didn't get his best game, right? You didn't get the team's best game. So I think today you're going to get a little bit better effort. Ole Miss could get fucking railroaded. It could get ugly.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they'll keep it close. But you never know. But I think Arkansas will definitely come out a winner, and we'll get to that when we get to the SEC bracket. So what do you say, Mike? Just go right in ACC, and we'll start there.
Sure.
Kind of alphabetical order, I guess, so to speak. But Duke limping into the championship games. Florida State gave them a run for their money. Florida State had that game. Florida State could have easily won that. They didn't. Duke prevails. Clemson could have fucking covered last night. They fucking didn't. They shit the bed, and then Duke moves on. This is probably Virginia's best shot if they're going to beat Duke. I mean, Gumba's out, Foster's out. If you can't beat Duke now, you're not going to fucking beat Duke. So Virginia, I'll probably take the points with Virginia again because undervalued Duke all year and think they're not going to fucking cover. So, and again, we got burnt on Virginia before, so I'll probably get burnt here again. But what the fuck? Why not? Just keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw what happened when we were on Virginia last time when they went into Duke, when they went into Cameron. They just got railroaded. We're not playing in Cameron. We're playing in Charlotte. Does that mean anything? Sure, it does. Does it mean that Virginia will stay within the number? I don't think so. I'm not willing to take that chance, and I'm not going to be riding with the Dukies either. That's a game that I'm just going to let play out and see what happens. We kind of talked about this when we broke down the tournaments before they started, that it's going to take a great effort to beat Duke. We kind of mentioned that the two teams that may have had a chance were Florida State, and Florida State gave them a run for their money. That athleticism matched up well with them. They just couldn't do it for 40 minutes. And then we said Clemson may have a shot, and it looked for half of the game that they did. And then that fell apart. So, yeah, I just don't see this Virginia team being able to keep up with even a shorthanded Duke team.
Yeah, I'm just taking it just because I've been doing it all
just
year.
because you want them to lose.
So why not? I mean, I might also just ride with it and see what happens here. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much pissing my money away when I place that bet. I haven't placed it yet, but I'm 99% sure I'm going to. But it's pissing in the wind. With Virginia, they're not going to fucking cover. It might look good early, but they ain't going to fucking cover. I thought Miami would give a little bit better effort against Virginia. Especially coming off that Louisville game, but it's Virginia Duke. That's what you get. 8:30 ESPN. And looking, KenPom has Duke winning, has the line at 12. He's got a 12-point spread there.
7.5.
Yeah. Is that what it is? Yeah. And
the line's 7.5.
He's saying it's. I'm sorry. He's saying it's 8. He has a final score of 74-66 Duke. So I mean, he's right there at the number. So yeah, Duke will probably be walking away with another ACC championship unless Virginia pulls some shit out their ass and can beat them, but I highly doubt it. So moving on to we'll go to the Big Ten. My Wisconsin plus 3,600 tournament winner is still alive after that overtime thriller against Illinois. That was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
And then you have UCLA. I took UCLA yesterday with the points. Mick Cronin, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. They look like shit in January and rolling into February, and he's built these teams for the tournament, and it shows now. I think UCLA can win outright against Purdue. Purdue, they probably played their best basketball yesterday against Nebraska that they have played in the last month or so. But I think UCLA, now again, there's some injury concerns with UCLA. If that could play a factor, but I still think UCLA could give them a run for the money and could win outright here. I'm not a Purdue fan. I like the way UCLA is playing. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, UCLA played a great game yesterday. If you get that same shooting effort from UCLA, they could stay within this number. If UCLA does not shoot the ball well, there could be some problems. It looks like it's so hard to play Purdue because you just don't know what team's going to show up. I mean, Fletcher Lawyer yesterday was shooting unconscious, and then Braden Smith, you're always going to get you're going to get 100% effort from him. He's very rare to see him play a bad game. And then you have the big guys in the middle, Kaufman, Wren, and the rest of the crew. I just hope that UCLA doesn't come out cold because that they can't keep up with this team if they cannot score the ball. You're going to get a good defensive effort always from UCLA. Dent played well yesterday, scoring and distributing the ball. Bilodeau's their best scorer. He could score inside and out. I just gotta. It all is going to come down to the shooting of UCLA. I probably will be on UCLA. I'm just not sure yet. I haven't put everything together, but I doubt I'm going to be taking Purdue.
Yeah, that the DraftKings line, UCLA is getting 7.5. Total is 147.5 on DraftKings. So depending on what book you use, you get somewhere around that number. I think when it opened last night, I think it was 8. You could have got an 8.5, but it came down a little bit. So that game is a 3:30 tip on CBS. But before that, we had Michigan, Wisconsin, 1 o'clock on CBS. Wisconsin, this team, man, we talked about it. This team is a different team than they were midway through the season. They've turned it on. Impressive win yesterday in overtime.
Very impressive.
I thought my futures bet, I thought my bet for yesterday's game, taking them I thought that was just up in smoke. And put a nice little run together, forced overtime, and came out a winner. Michigan, they got tested with Ohio State, and we knew that. We talked about Ohio State was playing good end of the season, rolling into this tournament. They got tested. They didn't get their best effort from Michigan. How do you see this matchup shaking out with Michigan and Wisconsin?
So Michigan walked out with a W with Yaxel scoring I think he had 6 or 7 points. He did nothing. I mean, It was crazy. Yaxel didn't score. Cadeau, I don't think, had many points. It was like a bench effort, group effort from the Michigan team. And that's a team that's deep that could do that. That's the one thing that they have going for them. When their stars are off, they have plenty of players that could come in and get the job done. And Michigan didn't play their best game and still got the work done. The problem with Wisconsin, right? If they're going to keep winning these games, it's the Boyd and Blackwell show. I mean, it's 2 guards that carries this team. And they've been shooting the ball well. The problem is Michigan has long, lanky defenders, and they could throw the telephone book at them. They're going to be throwing so many guys off the bench to cover these 2 guys. I just don't see how. First of all, maybe they could cover. I just don't see how they win this game. I know Wisconsin went into Michigan and won during the regular season. I just don't see how they stay within this number. I'm probably going to be on Michigan today, and we all know I don't bet a lot of favorites, but I think Wisconsin might get it handed to them. I think they stay in the game early, and I think as the game goes on, I think you're going to see Wisconsin guards pushing to get baskets and really trying to score, and I think they're just going to have a difficult time scoring, and I think Michigan comes out of here. You have a good situation here because you have a Wisconsin future, so you could start hedging right now. I mean, you could take Michigan today, and hedge a little bit, and worst case scenario is you lose your Michigan bet and your Wisconsin goes on, you're still in a good position. So, I don't know if I would be doubling down on Wisconsin if I were you and placing a straight wager, but especially with the way you're set up to do it.
Yeah, definitely will not.
Good hedge situation for sure.
Yeah, I'll not be doubling down on Wisconsin. I'll try to hedge that a little, most likely. That game, the line on DraftKings, Wisconsin getting 12.5, and the total is 160.5. Ken Palm, he's right there. He's got Michigan by 11, so the line's right there. So depending on what book you're using, that's what you're looking at for that game. Just Wisconsin, I think the run ends today. It was an impressive run, but I think you're going to get a lot better effort from Michigan today. They got caught yesterday. It's like you said, is Yaxel going to have another shitty game where he gets under 10 points? Doubt it.
No, Lindenberg goes for 30 today. You watch.
I mean, hey, listen, if Michigan does shit the bed again, then Wisconsin just got lucky. But my money is on Michigan. Probably now, like I said, I'm not going to double down, but if I'm going to hedge, it's going to be taking Michigan and laying the chalk, just because I just think you're going to get a lot better effort there from that team.
Yeah.
And And that it would be something if you got UCLA, Michigan, if Mick Cronin somehow got to the finals.
You know what? I didn't even think about that till you just mentioned it. That would be great. That would be great.
I would love to see that. Just
Yeah,
because
me too.
he makes such his post game press comments, win or lose, is always fucking entertaining.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just the entertainment value. I
Yeah.
would just love to see him get there.
Listen, you say what you want about Mick Cronin. I know a lot of people don't. You either like the guy or you love him. I've always liked the guy. I mean, I really do. I think I said like the guy or love him. You either like him or you hate him. And I've always liked him. I just one thing you can't take away from the guy is he could coach and he gets the best out of his players. He doesn't always have the best talented group on the floor, but he gets every ounce of talent out of those players.
Yeah, he does. He does. I think what pissed me off this year is just him whining about the travel.
Yeah.
Dude, just shut up. Look, just
Yeah.
shut up. I agree. It's not favorable for these West Coast schools being in the Big Ten, but it's not really. I mean, it's NCAA, right? They need a better conference alignment. But I just shut up, dude. Every game he's bitching about.
I get it. But the truth behind that though is if you have I don't know, let's just say who could that be? If that's Calipari or if that's Michigan State or if that's Rick Pitino, nobody's really complaining so much and saying that he's arguing, and they probably would say, you know what, he's got a good point. It's easy to say that about Cronin though because of his his personality,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah,
I digress.
anyway, that's the Big Ten. So definitely good watching there with the Big Ten tournament. We'll move right to the Big 12, which is probably the deepest and the best conference this year in college basketball. What a thriller, the Arizona Iowa State game. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Kansas didn't fucking show up. I was shocked that I didn't get a better effort from Kansas in that game against Houston. What do you like here, Mike, with these two matchups? You got the two games yesterday and then the matchup with Arizona Houston today.
Well, yeah, I was nervous yesterday. I had a lot of money on Ohio and on Iowa State, and I was sweating that out a little bit at the end. But Iowa State pretty much seemed like they were in control of that game from start to finish, and it would go back and forth a little bit. And then when Arizona took a 4-point lead, I kind of got a little nervous. So here's the thing. Arizona, we all know, is a great team. They played Iowa State yesterday. They're playing Houston today, and Houston is built just like Iowa State. The only difference is I think Houston's a little better defensively, but I don't think they're as skilled offensively. So that's why you see that line where it is, because I think Houston's going to give them. If Houston plays the defense they played yesterday against Kansas and they get half the scoring they did yesterday, I think they still win. I just hope that Houston could carry this offense that they've been playing with into today. And I think they have a really good shot of knocking off Arizona. I will be on Houston today, looking for the upset, probably money line.
That line right now in DraftKings, Arizona laying 2.5. The total's 137.5.
Yeah.
That should be a good game.
Yeah, I think if you liked, Arizona State, I'm sorry, if you liked Iowa State yesterday against Arizona, you almost have to like Houston against Arizona. I mean, the two teams are built almost identical with the way they play defense. The only difference is, like I said, I think Houston's defense is a little better, and I think Iowa State's offense is a little better than Houston's.
Yeah, the thing that scares me about Houston, we talked about this because I said fade the fuck out of them after they fucking pissed me off a couple weeks ago. They can go in these offensive shooting droughts and they just don't fucking score. The thing is if you get a good defensive effort though, that might offset that shitty offensive. It just depends on how. If you get a good defensive effort, Houston. For sure could win this. I'm thinking maybe playing the under just because from a defensive standpoint. I don't know. So you'll have to see if this makes our official card, which will drop on X shortly after this. Mike will go to the lab, compute the final numbers, put it through the fucking flux capacitor and fucking spit something
That's
out.
right.
And then fucking
And if you
send
didn't, if you didn't follow yesterday, shame on you. I believe we're 6-2. Is that right? 6-2
I believe
official
so.
card.
Yeah, 6 and
Yeah.
2. Yeah. So we had a good day yesterday. Look to have even better day today. If you're just joining, we're going through the Power 5 conference tournaments, the semifinals and finals for some of these games today. If you want to drop in the chat who you like, what your drink of choice is this morning. Are you boozing early? I don't know. People, I couldn't do that, but whatever you're drinking, drop that in the chat. But yeah, we're gonna go through this, break it down, and then the official card will be posted on X shortly after the show. So that's the Big 12 matchups today. We'll go right to the Big East and Big East tournament here. We got pretty much what everybody thought. We got number 1 and number 2 St. John's and UConn today, 6:30 on Fox. Then yesterday's games, St. John's Seton Hall. Seton Hall could have covered that. That fucking pissed me off. I was on Seton Hall.
Yeah.
Half of Seton Hall. And Georgetown could have also covered. I had
Yes.
Georgetown getting 15.5, and they shit the bed. I don't know. I like St. John's here today. I think Hurley's 5 is he 5-3 or against Patino? I believe. I don't know. I like the Johnnies here. But what are your thoughts yesterday, today? Who do you like here?
Yeah, I think you're right with both Georgetown and Seton Hall. I think, both should have covered. They were right there. It's one of those games that was coming down to the wire, and it's right around that number. And you're sitting there, holding on to the bottom of your chair saying, just make a basket and don't foul anymore. That's how it comes down to. But I think if anybody bet Seton Hall or Georgetown, I think that was a good bet. It was right there. But to talk about today, yeah, I think I'm going to be on the Johnnies too, getting 2.5. It's surprising that you get a UConn. And the reason UConn's favored by 2.5. I don't know if anybody watched that game and listened to Madison Square Garden yesterday. I mean, you would think that's a home game for UConn. All you hear is people screaming the UConn chant in the stands the whole game long. It'd be a little different today because I think you get a lot of Johnny's fans there, but I would think it's going to be a 50-50 mix. So these teams are pretty evenly matched. I think you're going to need a really good scoring effort today from Hopkins. Ejiofor, he had 20 yesterday, I believe. You're going to need that effort from him. And you're going to need the one matchup I do like is, Darling, the point guard from St. John's. I really think that, he could give Silas Demery some fits, bring the ball up the court, get them tired early by playing that full court press that St. John's does, get them UConn out of their rhythm. I think I'm going to be taking the points today with the Johnnies.
Yeah, I like that. They're both good coaches, but I give the edge to Patino. If it's going to be close, right?
These games going to be so tight. It's going to come down to a final couple possessions, as they always do.
Yeah, and right now, DraftKings right now, St. John's getting 3.5. Total's 140.5.
You say 3.5?
Yeah, that's what DraftKings right now, 3.5.
Wow.
DraftKings. Yeah, 3.5. Just refreshed it.
Okay.
Shit. 140.5. Yeah, I like that. 3.5. Shit, give me St. John's. Because it's like you said. It's going to come down.
I do see it up to 3.5.
Ken Palm has the line at 1, and he's over the total on his projection there. So yeah, I just like Patino here in this spot. I don't know. Hurley, he's, in my opinion, I feel like he's more prone to shit the bed and come up short than Patino, but who knows? It should be a great game. I don't know. You're going to get a great game. I don't think it's going to be lopsided. I think it's going to be, it's like you said, going to come down that final possession, and you might even get overtime. Maybe I'll take maybe I'll take a bet and
man, that happened quick. I'm just looking now. I'm looking at the line movement. I mean, that happened quick because I just was seeing 2.5. Yeah, so at 10:24 Eastern, we were still at 2.5, and then at 10:25, there must have been a large amount of money that got placed on UConn because that line had jumped a point to 3.5. Yeah, if yeah, you know what? We could go on with the show here. I'm actually going to get this in quick because I think that's going to come back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
No,
anybody's listening to this, if you're listening live and you're going to bet the Johnny stay, you might want to grab that 3.5 while it's still out there. I would not be surprised if that gets back down to 3, 2.5.
yeah. Yeah. That sharp money there is on the Johnnies. So take it away. You get the 3.5.
No, it's on.
I'm sorry.
It's on the opposite side. Yeah.
It's on the Huskies there. Yeah. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. So yeah, take the Johnnies with the 3.5 for sure. Shit, 3.5. I can't believe. I mean, that's like 10 minutes ago. That just
Yeah, it happened within a minute. I mean,
I
literally
just
before we came
refreshed
in
it.
here, I was looking at the lines. It was 2.5 across the board, almost at every sports book.
I just refreshed it. It's back down to 2.5. It's fucking moving. It's all over the fucking place. Holy shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah,
refreshing.
I knew it wouldn't be there long. I knew it wasn't going to hang out there long. See, to you people who don't realize, big money just came in. It moved the line, and then you get some serious St. John's bettors that's like me. Like I was just going on right now to try to get. I'm not saying I'm a serious bettor. Yeah, I guess I am. I'm a degenerate. I was trying to grab that line because I know. I mean, I just said it's not going to be out there long, and sure as shit, Tom refreshes, and look where we're at. So, I'm looking on FanDuel right now, and we still got a 3.5 at FanDuel.
All right. So that's good. You still get that there.
Yeah.
That's gonna move though too if you don't hop on it. So if you're listening live, hop on that 3.5 at FanDuel. Now I just refreshed DraftKings and I just logged back in and refresh and it's still showing 3.5. This thing's fucking. You gotta be fast with your fingers here. These.
Yeah, bet 365. It's at 3.
3 is even a good number.
Yeah.
And the more you can get, take it.
All right.
Damn. All right, that's the Big East. Mike, while you're trying to throw that bet in there, I'll pull up the SEC bracket, and we're done with this. We'll head into our bark bets, which are the best plays we have for the week, and then we'll get to clown of the week. So stick around for bark bets coming up, and clown of the week. And then buckets, bricks, bad beats, a couple reactions from the action yesterday. Here's the Hoops HD, as you can see on this graphic here, did all these. Why reinvent the wheel when I can just borrow? So thanks to the fine folks at Hoops HD for doing these nice bracket graphics, because it seemed like nobody had the fucking brackets updated. So I'm trying to find updated brackets this morning without reinventing the wheel and doing my own fucking graphic, because why do that? Work smarter, not harder, right? Just borrow it and give them credit. Hey, just credit your source, and here you go. So here you go. 1 o'clock, the SEC championship game. I'm sorry, that's tomorrow. We're on today. Today's the 14th. I'm a fucking day ahead.
Come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So we got the matchup. We got Florida Vandy, 1 o'clock ESPN. I was kind of right. Right church, wrong pew. And then we got Ole Miss, Arkansas at 3:30. What do you like here? The first matchup, Mike, Florida Vandy. Florida squeaked by with Kentucky. The Cats covered. Shocking.
They did.
Because last time they played, they didn't fucking cover. Now they cover, and you get the Florida Vandy matchup. What do you think here?
Well, in their first matchup, Florida went into Vandy and they won by 4. Yesterday, Vandy's guards carried them. Duke Miles had 30 points. I think Tyler Tanner was around 20, maybe 19 points. You're going to need that effort again from your guards at Vandy to win today. Florida, they're just so well-rounded with their bigs. Condon and Hauk, those two guys on the inside, two big white dudes. You think and you have Chinaloo. Like, they're so talented across the front. And then when you add in that their guards are playing good basketball now, you got Xavier Lee, the Ivy League transfer, and Boogie Fland. I think it's going to be hard for Vandy to win this game. If I am on this game, it will be Vandy with the points. I can't lay it with Florida. Just the way that Vandy's playing, I don't want to lay the number. But if I do anything here, it will be on the underdog.
Yeah, so right now, DraftKings line, Florida lane 7 and the hook.
Yeah.
Total 160 and a half. Yeah, I'm not sure. I kind of like the over here. But what scares me on the over is Vandy. I don't know. I kind of figured they would go in and beat Tennessee. It wasn't high on Tennessee, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like maybe Florida could come out and really just give it to them, just because they kind of squeaked by Kentucky. I don't know. Florida's so fucking dangerous. They could run this whole fucking thing back and win,
Oh,
and
for
win
sure.
back. That team is so good.
For sure.
That's what scares me, and what kind of effort you're gonna get from Vanderbilt here. But make sure you check X shortly after this and see if it makes our card as a final play. And then the mid afternoon matchup here, Ole Miss. We talked about them briefly going into Arkansas, 3:30 ESPN. It's nice to see ESPN's actually covering fucking games now instead of like NFL live bullshit and some women's basketball crap. So, welcome ESPN. Thanks for getting on fucking board here. Ole Miss. Yeah, we kind of talked about this. I can't take Ole Miss.
Yeah, we touched on this a little early, so I won't get in too much depth here. I am going to be on Arkansas laying the points. I think Ole Miss, the run they had was great. Listen, this is an Ole Miss team that I watched a couple times throughout the year, and they just got pounded. They just look bad. And I know that team is in them. It's just a matter of when the baskets when they're not dropping anymore, what does this team do? I think what this team does is when they start seeing that they're down by 10 points, I think they know they don't have the firepower to get back in it, and I think that it starts to fall apart. I think with 10 minutes to go in the second half, I think you see an Arkansas team that's up 10 points or so, and I think it really just starts to get away from them. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a 15-point win, maybe even a 20-point win from Arkansas today.
Yeah, that line right now, DraftKings, Arkansas lane 9.5, total is 157.5. I agree. I think the Cinderella run here ends for Ole Miss. I mean, it's a great run, but I think it ends today here with that matchup. The Arkansas is too good. I don't know. I like the over, and I like Arkansas laying the chalk here for that matchup. So that should be. I mean, a lot of good games on tap, and then see who shakes it. Now, the Florida, if you get Florida Arkansas tomorrow at 1:00, right before Selection Sunday, that'd be a hell of a game. That could be a great game to watch, and see how Arkansas responds there, if they can knock them off or not. But they got to get there first, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. How today's card shakes out. One thing that I did forget to mention as we were going through the Big 12, did you see how that? And I forgot to bring this up last week. So the graphics on that Big 12 court, it was a glass court, and you could change the settings with an iPad, and it would change all the graphics and shit. And then some players were complaining, some liked it. It was a glass court, and it's amazing how the women played their championship on it. They let a couple of games roll on it, and then before the big matchups happened, like, fuck that.
Guys were complaining. Players were complaining. They showed a bunch of guys slipping out there. They thought it was too slippery. So they didn't want the outcome of a game be decided by a slippery court. So I think that's why they did that. Before we move on to our bark bets,
and the games were going under. Those games were going under. And the women's games, I think all the top 7 women's teams in the women's championship, they all went under their season average for points. So then they put the hardwood floor back in, and the fucking game goes way over the fucking total.
Yeah. Before we move on and wrap things up here, I wanted to mention, if anybody followed my Louisiana Tech futures, the 8:30 today, they're playing Kennesaw. And I think it's I think it's a pick 'em. So this has a chance to happen. This has a chance to happen. So I will be happy if they win this conference tournament. That would be some nice cash. That'd probably be
I'm
my
glad.
longest long shot I ever took.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I forgot. We talked about that yesterday. I forgot that you had that
Yeah,
spot there
you're
with the
alive
game.
with your Wisconsin. I'm still alive with my Tech game,
Yeah, your Tech
Louisiana
game's
Tech.
got a better shot than my Wisconsin though. But
Yeah, I don't know.
it's,
We'll see.
you
We'll
know,
see.
but one thing I did see before we get into Bark Bets and then Clown of the Week, did you see they project $3.3 billion will be wagered on March Madness this year. 3.3
Wow.
billion. This is
Yeah, and 1.1 of them is just me alone.
how many mortgages you have now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit, that's
Yep.
great. 3.3 billion. That's insane. That is just that's wild. I just thought that was a crazy number. But it makes sense. I mean, it's the second. We said it. It's the second biggest betting season next to the Super Bowl. This is where you get the casual bettors and serious bettors, and there's all types of things get involved in. This isn't even counting the bracket. Right? The brackets are a whole different thing. This, I mean, just the wagering alone, and then there's other bracket challenges and shit like that. But $3.3 billion, and this will just keep climbing as we move along here. But let's get into. We say it every week. It's the best segment we have every week. It's Bark Bet, best plays of the day of the weekend. And we also, the best thing about it, we try to help a rescue dog get a forever home. We work with Freedom First Rescue, try to help one of their pups get a forever home. And the pup this week, Mike, the pup this week here is Poppy, is the featured pet
Oh,
here from Freedom
Poppy.
First Rescue, which we'll get into in just a second here. Before we do that, Mike, who is your bark bet for this week?
My bark bet is going to be Michigan laying the number.
Ooh, taking the chalk with Michigan.
Yep.
I am my bark bet this week is one we didn't talk about, but because I stayed up and watched the game, I'm taking right now. I'm refreshing this
He's going to
Hawaii.
Hawaii for
Yeah,
like the 10th
Hawaii.
time this year for his
Yeah,
bark
yeah,
bet. He
yeah,
loves that
yeah,
team.
yeah. I don't fuck it. Give me the rainbows. They get 1.5 against UC Irvine. The total is 139.5 right now in DraftKings. So I got Hawaii
Where do they
tonight.
play that tournament?
It's in Vegas. I forget the name. That's
Oh,
hold on.
the Mac building. UC
It's
at
Lee's so
UNLV.
Lee's Family Forum in
Oh,
Henderson. So that's a 10
oh
o'clock
shit.
tip on ESPN2.
Where does UNLV play? The something Max Thomas Mack building.
The Thomas Mack Center.
There's a tournament there. I think that's actually,
That's
the
the San Diego State, Utah State. That's
yeah.
the Mountain West Conference.
That's right.
There. That's at 6 o'clock. Yeah, they have like the Orleans Arena. They got this Lee's Family Forum. It
We
is
should think
smaller.
about that instead of going out there like for tournament time too. For the big tournament, go out there for championship week. You could see some within a few mile radius. Go to a couple good games and see a couple different conferences. We should think
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, we will. We'll have to do that next year. When
Yeah.
I did it when I went out, that's one thing we didn't do is go to these games. But I don't believe they had as many there as they do now because that was like right after. It was like a year or two after COVID, so shit was still kind of a mess out there. But now they moved a bunch of these games to these arenas out there. Yeah, we should definitely look into that and do that for
Yeah.
sure. Um, but yeah, so I'm taking Hawaii and getting a 1.5 there tonight at Lee's Family Forum. But the most important though, and nobody cares about the picks. It's about the pup. And this week's Bark Bets pup is Poppy, 11-week-old hound mix, rescued from South Carolina and brought up north here for a second chance. She's a happy, playful pup who loves other dogs, loves people, and has that classic Curious Puppy energy everywhere she goes. She's currently in foster care, working on all the puppy basics, and will be fully vetted before adoption. So if you're looking to add a sweet pup to the family, Poppy just might be your girl. Check out freedomfirstrescue.com. You can fill out the adoption application online. You can see the other pups they have up for adoption. Also, their Facebook page, facebook.com/freedomfirstrescue. I'll post some of the community events, and pup meet and greets will be listed there. So let's help Poppy get her forever home. freedomfirstrescue.com. Remember, adopt, don't shop. And
Hey,
Mike, what do you say? Go
do
ahead.
you just before real quick? Do you know if for Wisconsin, if Nolan Winter has he been ruled out today for sure, or is that like a game time decision? Or
I have not heard.
I mean, I kind of figured, that's part of my handicap with the Michigan game. I'm assuming he's out, but I don't have a ruling yet for sure. I'm gonna want to look into that
I'm
first.
looking right now. I'm looking at covers. They have they don't have any.
Yeah, I
any
think it
injuries
looks
listed
just
here.
looking like he's out.
Is it?
Yeah. If anybody's taking it, just it's something you want to look into before you place your bet for sure. But I'm not necessarily sure I would back off of it anyway, even if he would play. But just something you may want to look into. We can move on.
Yeah, just just says ankle injury, lower leg injury.
It's all right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what they're probably. It's probably gonna be game time decision. They're probably holding out as long as they can because I don't see anything. Covers doesn't have anything, but
That's all right. I don't want to lose our 6 live audience people leaving because we're sitting here fucking looking up injuries. Let's move on.
I got 6 different tabs open, so it doesn't matter. So before we get to Clown of the Week, we'll go through a couple of buckets, bricks, bad beats from the past few days. So this one, we kind of talked about this. This is the Arizona
trying
win.
to do it himself.
He's sweating that out.
He
Look
does.
at that shot.
He hit it.
That's a hell of a shot.
I mean, I was hoping he made it, for crying out loud.
Dude,
I didn't want that
was-
game to go into overtime.
Yeah, that was a hell of a shot. And then what's the other one I got here? I got a couple of these here. Let's see. Let's just gonna rule that well. Let's see what we got here. This might just be the.
By one, LeBaron Fila with 3, 2, dumped it off. Sherrill doesn't get it off. A whistle. We don't have the end of the game just yet. We've got a foul, and Ole Miss going to the line. But as it stands, a team that finished second in the league is going to drop a surprising one to the team that finished second to last.
This is probably though.
What terrific.
This is now I wasn't on this game. I don't now you were you sent me a list of bets yesterday, and I think this did hit the over, and you said pull it off. You're like, I'm not taking that.
Yeah, I
St.
ended
Louis-
up taking it anyway. Yeah, I was
St.
going to
Louis
buy out
game-
of it, but I didn't want to lose the money on buying out, so I kept it. And it just
Yeah.
barely got there. Just got there.
First of all, St. Louis had no business winning this fucking game.
Oh,
But
they have every
here's-
business winning that.
Hands it
They're
off
good.
to
Here's the
Autry,
fucking bad
down
beat.
to 6,
I mean, these
launches from
fuckers.
long range, back iron too strong, and the rebound comes down
so
to Dion Brown,
when
who
George
was
Washington
fouled
was at
with
6.5, they were 6.5. They were getting
1.8
6.5.
seconds.
Right? They were up 21, getting 6.5. I mean, this is probably one of the
When I
worst
look
fucking
at
bad
St.
beats.
Louis and their
You're up
dominance
21,
this year,
and you
I
still
want
can't
you to
cover
listen
the
to some of the
fucking 6.5.
A10 rankings this year. St. Louis is number 1 in scoring, threes, scoring margin, field goal percentage, defense,
Unbelievable.
fast break
This is
point,
I got
defensive
Dayton. I'm
rebound,
taking Dayton.
bench play,
I get my
and
point.
5 other categories. They are at the top in almost everything that matters.
They started the year
Dayton's getting
24-1. They were 3-3
I'll take Dayton.
over their last 6 games.
I'll take that. I'll take the other side of that.
Found themselves trailing by
Louis might
21
fuck
in
out.
the first half against
Didn't
George
St. Louis just
Washington,
do this a
and the
couple weeks ago?
comeback
I can't
now
hear you. All I hear is
complete.
you're
St.
trying to
Louis
talk over
moves
the
on.
volume of
The
the video.
largest-
Let me turn this fucking thing down. I feel like a couple weeks ago we posted a St. Louis pick on our card, and they were getting fucking hammered, and then they came back and won. I can't remember who the fuck.
Yeah,
it was.
I mean, they could go on a
It's
run
good.
in a matter of 2 minutes and go from being down 10 to up 20. The team's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, the team is good. So that's all we got for buckets, bricks, and bad week. Bad weeks in it. Bad weeks for some. Bad beats for some as well. Now we had a lot of nominees for the clown of the week. There was some strong contenders there, but we were in agreement here. Mike, who hops on the clown bus this week for clown of the week?
Oh, show me. Let's see it. Dun, 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 dun.
Bruce Pearl is fucking clown.
He hates Bruce Pearl. He hates
him and fucking Nepo Baby, his fucking kid. I can't stand either one of them.
Yeah,
But
I'm not a big fan of his kid. I like Bruce Pearl as a coach, though.
I mean, he had
Not
to
so
get
much
clown of
as
the week.
a commentator.
He he teed it up for us here. I mean, here he is. At the SEC tournament. There's the footage yesterday of Bruce Pearl at the SEC tournament. This was before he started. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're not coaching anymore. Sit down.
He
shut
should
up.
shut up. That's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. That's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
But there
Could
you go.
you see Rick Pitino doing that at one of his son's games? No way.
No, that's embarrassing. That's just fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bruce Pearl, you are the clown of the week, and you know, I'm sure somebody else will do something stupid because they always do. Somebody's going to top him this week.
Yeah, every week somebody gives us a call and says they want to get on the bus. This week, Bruce gave us a call and we said, Bruce, if you're going to do it and we're going to get you on, you got to come dressed as a clown. And he obliged. Thank you.
He did, yeah. Full costume. The guy
Yep.
was right there. It was an easy pick. Although there were some contenders. It was pretty easy when he showed up with that.
We got to wrap
fucking
this up. We got 11 o'clock tip-offs here. This isn't noon today. It's 11. I got
yeah,
work to
shit.
do.
It is 11 o'clock. So let's go make some money. Hey, if we helped you find a bet today, hit subscribe and like the video. We do this shit every week. You can follow us here on YouTube and on X at OTH Sports Pod. You can join us every week, sometimes multiple times, especially with college basketball and tournament kicking off next week. Selection Sunday tomorrow. Lots to get into with that. But yeah, Mike's going to go to the lab, and we got the 11 o'clock game tipping off. And hopefully we will see you guys at the window.
Best of luck, guys.
We're going down